Imagine having an AI receptionist that works 24/7, ensuring your clinic never misses another patient call and saves thousands of dollars per month. You're lucky because in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to build exactly that, an AI voice agent for one of my real dental clinic clients. I'm Mark Tomlett, founder of Smileline, where we help dental clinics save time and money, ensuring they never miss another patient call. I also run one of the largest communities for AI voice entrepreneurs. Today, I'm going to walk you through a powerful workflow that sends SMS, emails, and even logs all the call data to a custom Google Sheets. It's perfect for clinics whose appointment booking software is not publicly available with an API. I'll also be teaching you how to use the tools function in VAPI to make this process seamless. Plus, at the end, I'll be covering HIPAA compliance and why it's crucial you understand it as an agency owner. Best of all, I will be providing access to the exact blueprint I use in this video, available exclusively in my school community below. All right, well, without further ado, I'm super excited. Let's dive right into this tutorial. The first thing I'm gonna show you is, if you come up here, we can see this is exactly what it is that we're gonna be building. And then I'm gonna call the agent so that you can, yeah, there's my face, so that you can see it live in action. This is what happens. So when the person calls in, we have the VAPI picks up AI receptionist. It handles the request. So either it's going to answer questions and then resolve and answer and end the call, or it's going to go over to make an appointment. So if somebody comes in to make an appointment, we'll process the appointment by forwarding all of the information over to make.com. And the cool thing about this is, and we'll set this up here, it will do three things. And this is something that the dental clinic client of mine, they wanted to maintain the control over the appointment booking process by having the receptionist call the person to confirm the appointment. So instead of the AI just booking the appointment directly into their CRM, even though they don't have an API that allows you to do so, even if it could, they still didn't want the AI to have that much control. And so for this client of mine, this is something you might encounter more often in the real world than you think. They wanted the AI actually to send 3 different notifications when someone books an appointment. Number 1, sends a notification straight to the front desk email so that the receptionist can say, oh, okay, John Doe just sent a request for an appointment tomorrow at noon. Great, I'm gonna just call him to make sure, confirm all the details. And the next thing that happens is John Doe actually gets an email directly to his phone through the email. And then the last thing obviously is he'll get an SMS notification straight to his phone. So this is the flow that we're going to be building today, and I'll be showing you exactly how to do it from start to finish. I won't be focusing as much on the prompting techniques and all of the VAPI custom settings because I'm trusting that you watched my last video on how to do that for yourself. But this video will be building off of my last video, and hopefully it will provide you with a tremendous amount of value, and I'm super excited. So let's call this agent right now. Let me just call it so you can see.
Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. How can I help you?
Hey, I would like to book an appointment.
Sure thing. Are you a new patient or an existing patient?
I'm a new patient.
Awesome. What kind of dental service are you looking for?
Oh, I just want some veneers.
Got it. Veneers. What day and time were you hoping to come in?
Let's say tomorrow at around 10 a.m.
One moment. Okay, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let's get some personal info. What's your full name? Please spell it out for me.
Full name is John M. Gunn.
All right. Can you spell it out for me? Letter by letter, please.
Yeah, John
Great.
Gunn.
Thanks, John M. Gunn. What's your birthday?
My birthday is April 29th, 2004.
Just to confirm, your birthday is April 29th, 2004, right?
Yes.
Perfect. What's your email address? Please spell it out.
Sure. My email is
Go ahead.
It's techtomlet@gmail.com. That's techtomlet@gmail.com.
All right, so your email is techtomlet@gmail.com. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Great. What's the best phone number to reach you?
757.
3977. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Perfect. Do you have dental insurance?
No, I don't.
Okay, John. So you're looking to come in tomorrow at 10 a.m. for veneers. Does that sound good?
That's right. Yes.
Great. Great. I'll send you a text confirming the appointment request. One of our staff members will follow up with you shortly. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
All right then. Thanks for choosing Mary's Dental. Have a great day.
Hello, John. Can you see that? Your veneers appointment request is scheduled. There you go. I hope you can see that. It's scheduled for Mary's Dental tomorrow at 10 a.m. and is currently pending confirmation. One of our team members will reach out to you shortly. Look at that. So then now what we can do, I'm John. My name's not actually John. If we go to our Gmail account that we used here, you'll see exactly what just happened. And you can see, let's go, boom, John. Hi, John. We're ready to inform you that your request for a veneers appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. is currently pending. One of our team will reach out to confirm the details. So now we have two instances of communication in case the AI gets something wrong. At least there's two ways for it to work. So there's a fallback mechanism built into the system. And then what's really cool is that we can actually go, we can go to the last stage. So let's go to the front desk and what they would see. So we have a new appointment request tomorrow at 10 a.m. A new patient, John Gunn, spelled correctly, has requested an appointment for tomorrow at 10 a.m. More information can be found here. And we can click this and see directly. Here is all the people that have called into it. And we can see here's the exact date, time that the appointment is requested for, John Gunn, the email address, all of the information that an office manager would need is booked right here, simple and easy. And then of course you have a full transcript of the call, along with, just in case for troubleshooting, good measure, we have a call recording here.
This is Mary. In time, were you hoping to come in?
Boom. So all of that information is stored here in the CRM. And the way that we were able to do this is if we go to make.com, I'll show you the scenarios we're using, and then I'll show you how to build the scenarios. So here's the scenario we have. So there's two scenarios going on here. The first one is really simple. It's just a date and time. So we have, this is very important, LLMs. If you're new to AI and ChatGPT and all these things, ChatGPT does not actually know the current date unless it's connected to the internet. And VAPI, since it's built off one of these large language models, it doesn't know what day it is. So what we have to do is connect it to a webhook here. I'll show you how to do that. Don't worry. If it looks complicated, I'll make it very simple. And you can connect it to an actual calendar, format the date, and send it right back to the AI receptionist. So, I mean, if you're wanting to book appointments, it is helpful to know what day it is. So, okay, the next thing we want to do is go and see the second scenario we're using. This one looks maybe it looks simple or complicated depending on your familiarity with VAPI and Make, but what we're doing is same kind of idea, except this is happening at the end of the call, which I'll explain. So as soon as the user hangs up, all of this information gets sent over. We process it into Google Sheets. We have a few filters here, which I'll explain. And then that information is mapped exactly to the timestamp, the call date, the birthday, into a router, which sends two emails. And then of course, here's the user email, and then an SMS using Vodage and a free trial. So that's the setup we're going to be building today. And hopefully this will be something that you can use in your own agencies to just copy and paste and build off of it, which will save you time and money. So let's go right into this. And without further ado, let's go right to VAPI. If you've played with VAPI before, you'll probably be very familiar with this dashboard. So let's close these tabs. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to just start a new assistant from fresh, except I'm going to be using the prompt to save time. And we're going to just do this default appointment setter. I want to save some time. Beautiful. And I'm actually going to just take my own prompt and insert it to save time with the key details that you'll need. So there's two things going on here. And if we want to get into it, I can copy and paste. You'll have access to this prompt so you can see it and study it yourself. But what we're doing, and this is the key, is we're setting up two flows, like I said. This is important because when you're trying to explain this to an AI agent, it has to understand that if it's going along with a new patient flow, it's going to be different from the existing patient flow. The last thing you want is the AI treating new patients like their existing patients and not getting the right information. So we have to go into the existing patient flow and very carefully outline what that means. So the first thing is, number one, what is the service? What is the preferred date? Gather the personal full name, birthday, email address. This is all real world information that's needed in order to book an appointment at a real dental clinic. So what's the best phone number to reach you at? Do you have dental insurance? Okay. And then the last thing is, of course, confirm the details. All of these steps, by the way, I put highly emphasizing, please spell this out letter by letter, repeating it back to the person. The next thing is we need to set up the existing patient flow. This is slightly different, but we have a full name, birthday, insurance, when are you looking to come in, and then confirmation. General guidelines, I showed you in the last video. Remember, roles, rules, steps, skills. That's the key to mastering any prompt, and we have that here just kind of in different terminology. General could give medical advice, and things like this just for compliance. For any complex or specific questions, defer to staff. Okay, so we also have just like, this is the same thing that VAPI comes with. This is a voice conversation, so keep your responses short like a real conversation. Otherwise, if you don't say that, VAPI will just ramble on and on and on. So this kind of gives you an idea. Again, I'll be providing this prompt so you can just copy and paste it. I've done all the heavy lifting for you. And you can see here, we need to structure this information, right? And I will show you exactly what I mean by that. So let's just quickly configure VAPI so that it's working exactly as we want, and then move that over here. So the model that we're going to be using is GPT-4o cluster. A note on this really quickly. The mini model is not sufficiently smart enough to do any of the tasks we're doing today. Maybe a few of them, but it does not work with make. It'll make mistakes, haha. And it's just very important you use the smarter model. You're going to pay for latency a little bit. See, 900 milliseconds, it went up a hair. But it's very important that, look, yeah, there you go. We're using this, see, 750. We want to use the 900. We're going to make up for that, though, by using a certain voice model that's different from 11 Labs that has a quicker latency time. So that'll help. Temperature, I like to set this at 0.7. I can find ChatGPT tends to be a little frilly for me, so I prefer it to be a little bit more Spartan in its language. Max tokens 300, and detect emotion. So if someone's crying on the phone, it'll try to offer them a tissue. Next thing we'll do is go to transcriber, deep cram, leave this all as is. And the voice we're going to be choosing is Cartesia instead of 11 Labs. I know 11 Labs is nice, but we want to just use, I find the nurse is a good voice and it sounds pretty real. Filter injection, we'll have that off. Back channeling, we'll keep this on. Just this is when the AI receptionist is talking or the person's talking, the AI will go, sounds more real. It's good to have. These settings you can leave as is. And now the next thing we'll do here, we'll hit publish to save this. Next thing we'll do over here is set up enable end call function. So in order for this to work, you have to click this button here, and that will allow people to be able to, that will allow the AI receptionist to hang up the phone on the person if it needs to. So let's go here. Okay, good, perfect. We're gonna go over to the advanced tab, and we can leave most of this as is. I just like to change the response delay to 0 and LLM delay to 0. Interruption threshold, we'll leave all of this. 2 is good, I find, as I explained in my last video. We just want the AI to respond as quickly as possible. We don't want any delay. And then, okay, we'll hit publish. And then here what we'll do is we'll change the server messages. This is important. Leave client messages as is, but we'll change this to only send an end of call report. So uncheck everything besides end of call report. And this is important later when we integrate with Make. So make sure that's correct. That's very important. Idle messages, we can just put, are you still there? These are messages that the AI will say if the person goes quiet for a little bit. Okay, we can leave that as is. Perfect. All right. Now the last thing we're going to do here in the configuration before we start inputting the URLs from make.com is we're going to set up a structured output. And this streamlines the process of formatting the information that we'll be sending over to make.com. So we'll put, for the structured data here, we're going to give it an exact prompt. And I've already made the prompt, so I'll just provide it here. If you want to copy and paste what I've written, that'll help. So I just put, you will be given a transcript of the call. You have to extract the client's first name, the last name, birthday, phone, email, reason for the appointment, preferred date and time of the appointment, insurance provider, and lastly, the reason for the call. So is the call for answering questions or is it to book an appointment? All of this information is critical for us to the success of building this agent. Now that you have this here, we're going to just take it a step further and we're going to clearly define all of this. So first, birthday. We're going to input it in here and then just describe, okay, the property. And this is just simple, like, okay, client's birthday. Right? You can put this all in here, and it helps to have both the prompt and the data schema set up. So first name, and this will be directly inputted into the cells in Google Sheets. So just picture you're writing the cells for Google Sheets preemptively right now. First name of the client. Thank you. Next. Last name. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. And perfect. Birthday, first name, last name, phone number, email, reason for the appointment. Here's the key information. We've got it in the structured data. Hit publish. Let's just make the tool function. This tool function is imperative for the AI to successfully book the appointment. As I said, this tool function allows the AI to check the real world time and the current date, whichever time zone and date you'd like. So we'll put in, we're gonna actually go to the tools functions over here. And you can see in VAPI, there's a special tools area over to my left-hand side. So if we go to tools, you can see, we'll click on this and we're gonna create our own tool here. I've already made it, you can see, but I'm gonna just make it again so that you can analyze how I do it. So I'll go here, create a new tool, and I'll put custom tool. And you might go, Mark, why don't you use make.com to make the tool? Like, what? Look at that. And I would just say right here, we're gonna be doing it directly as a developer. I do this out of habit. When you go to make this tool, we'll be using a webhook. If you were to do this with Make, you'd be using VAPI here. I find that if anything goes wrong for troubleshooting and good practices, using a webhook just provides us with more information. If you've never made an account with Make, we're gonna go over here and go type in make.com, and you'd hit get started for free and just make an account. You get 1,000 operations for free, which is more than enough for this. So we'll hit scenarios, and we're gonna create a new scenario for the purpose of this demonstration. I'll go create a webhook, custom webhook, and then we'll do, let's create a new one, time and date. Okay, save. So we're just naming it. That's going to be the name of our webhook. And then this is the important part. We're going to just copy this address to clipboard. So if this is your first time using Make, it's very critical that you grab this address in full, make sure it's the full thing, and then go over to VAPI. And we'll put this into as a custom tool, not a Make tool, custom tool. Server URL, put it in, and then we'll hit save, success, next, and then we'll build our schema. So what are we actually after here? We just want, this is what the LLM is going to generate. So we'll put it in the format that the AI is going to use to read it. So we'll put just my last tool. So get time and date, this, and then just describe this get time and date of the appointment of the, sorry, just put that. Next. Okay, what is this tool name? We'll put get time and date. Perfect. By the AI. And this is telling the AI what the tool is for so that it will be smart enough to know, oh, this is a good time to use the tool. Okay, that's it, create. And now we have it right here. If we have the get and time and date set up, integration, it should work with our scenario. And so we'll go back to our scenario really quick. and you can see get time and date is set up. And what we'll do is just add another module here called tools. So you can see tools right there. We're going to grab that. I'm just going to do a simple set variable. So hit set variable, and we're going to say variable name is just going to be time. So put time and date. Okay, perfect. And the variable value, we're going to go over here. You see what I'm doing? And go to calendar and hit now. That's all we're doing. And then we're just going to have to format that. So that's getting the exact current time. And you can format that date however you see fit. So if you want it to be Los Angeles time or Denver time, whatever works for you. So put format date and then a parenthesis sign, which will allow us to format it. You have some guidelines here. We'll skip that and go straight to this. And now we want it in year, month, day. Okay. And then we'll do hour, minute. Simple enough, right? Okay. And this will just be simple formatting. So we want America, and we'll say, let's say Denver. Okay, Colorado. Cool. Now you have this formatted if everything goes well, so we'll hit OK. And the last thing we need is just a webhook response. There's 3 things. The webhook inbound, processing it, and then the response, of course. So we need all of that information in order to successfully do this. So we'll do webhook response here. Let's do here. And then this is the status 200. So webhook, this is just the successful response. And what you have to do here, we can go to the VAPI documentation to find this, but I already have it just on my offhand. And what we're doing is we have to format the body. So I'll copy and paste this information in here, and that's what this needs to look like. So the AI is only able to read this information if 2 things happen. So first, the tool call ID, and then what it is that we're sending back. So the result, the current date and time is what? And so we'll put insert here time and date. So we're just taking this information and inserting it in there. And the next thing we're doing is just putting in the tool call ID. Okay. So we're going to redetermine data structure. Just hit re-listen, and we're going to call this really quick so that what we're doing here is we're sending the information from VAPI so that Meg can know what to expect. So we'll call our assistant and we'll hook it up to this little, here we go. We'll put tutorial on this, by the way. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll add the tool function, and we'll put get time and date. That's the one we set up. Hit publish. And then we have to tell the LLM really quickly. We have to say, look, if someone asks for the time and date, or you book an appointment, call this tool get time and date. Okay. So now the LLM should know when we ask it to call the make.com scenario. Obviously it's not going to work right now, but we're just going to send the information over there. We're going to hit talk to the assistant. Hello.
Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. How can I assist you today?
Hey Mary, what's the time and date today?
This will just take a sec. Let me check. I'm having a bit of trouble right now.
Perfect.
Could you try asking me?
Beautiful. So it just said successfully determined, and now we know the information that just got sent over, and then we can see what that looks like. So if we go back here, we should be able to go, there's the tool call ID. So we can delete this old information that I copy and pasted, and we can go to the ID. There it is. So we have the tool call ID that we're using. This is the ID of the tool that we're using. Like it's just written in numbers, I believe. So it's the get time and date. And then we have the result. So the result we're using, as I said before, is just time and date from variable. So we're going to paste that in here. All we're doing is mapping variables. Very simple. And if you have any questions, by the way, at any point throughout this video, please just drop comments below. I'll be responding to any questions that you might be having. So, okay, next thing we're going to do, hit OK. And now this should actually work if we hit run once, and then we go back. We say, okay, let's talk to the assistant.
Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. How can I assist you today?
Hey Mary, I'm just wondering what the time and day
Hey
is.
there.
The time and day is today.
Hold on a sec.
Okay, let me check. Today is September 11th, 2024, and it's currently 7:10 a.m. How can I assist you further?
We got it. Thank you so much. Beautiful. So now look, we see the information was processed, and I feel like this is a great introduction into Make.com. You can see, you can do things that you could never imagine using Make. So if we go over here to Google Sheets, this is the CRM that we're going to be using. So, and now the information we're going to be using is just the structured data that we were using here already that I showed you at the beginning of the call. Sorry. There. So now we have the call date, service desired, date preferred, first name, all of this already pre-mapped. Now that when we go to connect it to Make.com, it'll be ready. So now let's go over to Make.com and we're going to create a new scenario. Lastly, while I'm here, we'll hit scheduling at the tools to make sure that this thing is continuously running. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I can't afford that right now because I'm using a basic plan. But for the sake of this tutorial, you get the point. You'd hit scheduling to keep that thing always running. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is go over to scenario, create a new scenario. And we're going to build the scenario out like I showed you from the beginning of the video. So first things first, set up a webhook, just like we did before. Yes, it's a custom webhook. Perfect. And then what we'll do is hit add, make a new webhook, dental tutorial. Okay, good. We're back in Vappy. What we have to do is take this integration that we've made, this new webhook, and copy and paste it into Vappy. So we're going to take this, copy address to clipboard, and we're going to paste it in a special place. If you've never done this before, we're going to go over to the advanced settings, and we're going to put this in the server URL. So it's going to send all of the ending messages directly to the server URL. And like we did before, server messages, only end of call report is selected. Hit publish. And now Make is going to be listening when we end a call. So if we hit redetermine data structure, so let's call her up, let's talk to her, tell her that she is the best person ever.
I can help you with today.
No, I'm good. So now we've just finished it, and the data should be sending over to Make.com. There we go, successfully determined. And now we actually have all of that information structured. So the next thing we'll do here is go into Google Sheets, and we'll make a new one, hit Google Sheets, connect your Google Sheets account, and we'll hit add a row. Okay, I've already connected my Google Sheets, but you'd have to do that here. And then you just keep this at my drive and then choose the file that we're using. So we're just doing the tutorial CRM like I showed you, dental CRM. And then we have the sheet name, which is sheet 1. Okay, and now we have all of this information. Look at that. So what we can do, we have the call date, service desired, and now this is just simple mapping, right? As you might imagine. So we'll take analysis, structured data, and then there is all the information that we have. So we can go into this and just map it out. So first name goes there, last name goes here, phone number, insurance provider, and then the call date would go at the timestamp. So we have all this information put in here. You can put a call summary. I'm not going to do that right. Well, I'll put it in for good measure. Okay, we'll leave reason for call blank, but everything else is set. Okay. And now when we call the agent, it's actually going to input that information directly into the CRM. You could see that happen. Before we do that, let's actually just continue building this thing out. So the next thing we'll do, in order to get it to send us an email to the front desk, is we'll add a router here, and we're going to do two things. So first, this is the email to the front desk. So we're going to create a Gmail account, send it, and this will be send an email. And then we'll put in the subject line and the content. And you have to add the recipient, which is the front desk, obviously. For the purposes of this, we'll just be doing it's my email. Okay. And then from there, we'd put in a subject. And we just put okay, the way I do it is new appointment request. So the staff members can see. And then we'll actually just for good measure, we'll put in the appointment date and time, help them out. So we'll input appointment date and preferred date and time of the appointment. Okay, content. Now for the content, what we'll do is we'll say, hi, And in order to make a line break, you actually have to do BR, it's just HTML, directly into it. And then we'll put a patient, let's do a patient named, first name. So make sure there's a space there, and then after first name, last name, has requested an appointment, for appointment date and time. So we put that directly in here, preferred date and time of the person. Okay, hopefully you're following along. And then we'll do break again, just for a line break. This is aesthetics, you don't have to. And we'll put for more information, let's do more information can be found here. And then we'll link it directly back to the Google Sheets. Okay, so Google Sheets, the link would go right there. We'll do that later. Okay, so now we'll hit okay, save. That's the message the front desk will get, but we also need the message that the client is gonna get. So we would send an email, do the same thing, but just change it to the recipient. So the thing that you're inputting here is the email address of the person making the appointment. So we'd go structured data, and then we'd go email. Perfect. So that's going to be the email address of the person. Put subject. For this one, we'll put appointment request pending. And we'll do the same thing again, date and time, and put that information there. Okay. Cool. For content, this is all up to you, how you'd like to do it, but the way I chose to do it was just go directly into it and say, I'll copy and paste it for you so you can see. So this is what we did, and you can see what we've done here. Here it is. So we put, hi, very simple, hi first name, exclamation point, break. We are writing to inform you that to request for an appointment, that your request for a reason for appointment, so a veneers appointment on the set date. So let's put in, this is not inputted, let's put in the date, the client's preferred date and time. So appointment on the 15th of June is currently pending. Okay. I'll put is. Perfect. And we'll do break. A member of our team will be in touch with you shortly to confirm the details. Thank you for choosing Smileline Dental, or whichever dental clinic. So we'll hit OK, and that should be the structure. You might have to play with it to make sure the spacing's okay, so do a few tests. And the last thing we'll add is to make sure that the client can actually get text messages. So for that, we'll be using Vonage. Now, if you've never used Vonage before, you'll have to set up a Vonage account and go make an account with them for free. You can get a demo link, and you just have to make sure you get their API copy and pasted into here. If you've never done that before, it's a little tricky, but it's not too bad. And so you'd go here, and we just choose the default number they're using. And for the to message, obviously we're going to insert the client's phone number. So there's phone number, and it should be in the right format. And then from there, we just give it a custom text message. So if you want to do, hello, like first name, kind of like what we did with the email, hello first name, your thing, let's put it in here, why not? Hello first name, and then we'll put an exclamation point. Your reason for the appointment, so let's say your veneers appointment is currently, appointment on preferred date and time is currently pending confirmation. Okay, and then we just put one of our team members will reach out to you shortly to confirm the appointment. Have a blessed day. So now you can see this is have a blessed day. Perfect. This is the exact message that the client will be getting to their SMS directly. So this is all set up, and we can run it through and actually test this out, but there's a few last things we just have to make sure of. First, we're going to put in 3 filters. So the first filter is this. So we want to do a filter for duration of seconds. So call length. And so we'll set duration seconds message, duration seconds to be greater than or equal to. So we can change this greater than or equal to 10 seconds. So this is just gonna stop the AI from clogging up our CRM with calls that were less than 10 seconds. If it's less than 10 seconds, nothing important's happening, so we don't want to record that. They're definitely not booking appointments. So we'll just put that there. So somebody just butt dials and it goes off. It's not gonna record that, which is good. And okay, so the next thing we'll do is make a filter. We have to distinct between two things. And this will take one more second. We have to go into VAPI. We need to make a distinction, as you probably could tell, between when to send an email to the front desk and when to send an email to the person, only if they're actually booking an appointment. Because right now, as it is, it will send an email every single time, even if they're calling to ask about what the pricing is of a service. So we don't want that, obviously. We want it to only send emails if they're booking appointments. And the best way I found to do that, maybe there's a better way, this is the best way I found, is go directly into VAPI. We'll go back here and go to analysis, and we're just going to do a simple success analysis evaluation, which will give us a pass fail. And then we can say, if it passes this criteria, then we will allow the agent to send the email. So simple prompt, I have it already written, so I'll paste that in and just put, you're an expert call evaluator. You'll be giving the transcript of this call, and you must determine whether the patient made a request to book an appointment or not. If the patient did request an appointment and successfully provided all of his required information, then the call is true. If the patient did not want an appointment, the call is false. So we'll put success right here, evaluation pass fail, and we'll just put true and false. There we go. And we'll hit publish. And now what we can do is go directly back over here into the agent and put in the filter. So we can say this. This is really cool. So you can do message analysis, and we'll go here, messages, let's find it. Success evaluation. So success evaluation is equal to true. And then add a filter here, success evaluation. Analysis, success evaluation, and we'll set that to true. And now it will only send the emails if someone's actually requesting an appointment. And now the last thing, let's just make sure our Vonage is set up here. So if we're doing this in the US, you're gonna have to put a number 1 in front of it. Good. Now we have our filter set up. Guess we're all ready to go, right guys? This is wonderful. All we're gonna have to do now is open this up and give the agent a call, and let's see how it performs in action. Ready? Let's do it, right? Actually, no. That would be a huge mistake. And I went this far to illustrate this point. Would this bot be HIPAA compliant? Could we put it directly into a dental clinic just like this? The answer is absolutely not. We could not do that. And you might be thinking, what do you mean? We're not talking, it's not giving medical advice. And the answer is, actually, the AI agent remains HIPAA compliant as long as it only collects basic contact information such as the phone number, the full name, preferred appointment date and time, birthday, and email. But guess what? If you're paying attention, you know that we added something else here, and that is the reason for the appointment. So saying something as simple as a teeth cleaning would violate PHI, which is personal health information. And if it's solicited from a voice agent, then that agent is actually violating HIPAA by doing so. And also if medical advice is provided, the agent would be violating HIPAA as well. So the agent should strictly handle non-medical administrative questions and should not ask for the patient's reasons for the appointment, such as a teeth cleaning. This is critical that we understand this as agency owners. So many people think, oh, I'll just fire one of these bad boys up, buy it like a piece of candy and start selling these things like hotcakes. Like, we got that. And the reality is, no, absolutely not. You have to understand this legal compliance with HIPAA. Could get you in a lot of trouble, could get the clinic in a lot of trouble if they don't know any better. So we have to be upfront and clear. And you know what the benefit is? If you are upfront and clear about this, the clinic will automatically respect you even more because you sound like you know what you're talking about, because you do. You've done your due diligence. Hopefully you're not just listening to me. Go do your own research for yourself. But this is what we have found. Fortunately, that information isn't necessary to schedule an appointment, so we can still go ahead and go through with it over the phone. But something you might wonder is, Mark, well, what if someone voluntarily shares their medical information history over the phone. They start rambling, oh, I had my tooth ripped out and all these terrible things, blood started they start doing all that number. In that case, you're still clear. HIPAA has something called a safe harbor provision, which protects healthcare providers and systems from unintentional collection of PHI that was not solicited. And the last thing is, you might be wondering, well, what if I needed that information to actually go ahead and book an appointment? And well, in that case, this would be an entirely separate tutorial video. We'd have to turn on something over here in VAPI called HIPAA compliance. You've probably seen it. And you'd click this button. You can see my screen. And what would happen is none of the logs, the call recordings, they wouldn't be stored in VAPI any longer. They would have to be sent over to a private server that you build out, which can only be opened and accessed by authorized individuals, such as the dentist or the head dental owner. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, that's very important that we say, let's update this agent. I kind of wanted to bait you there a little bit and get you thinking as I did, what? It's just a teeth cleaning. That surely can't get me in trouble. Unfortunately, it can. But the good part is we can still make this happen without it. So let's go over here and we're going to just change some of this information. We'll just change the analysis and get rid of reason for the appointment. We'll delete that. And then we'll go over here and go back to, let's see, let's change this information. Oh, I'm sorry. And this too. That's just another point to mention. I forgot to mention this. You can't ask for the health insurance of the clinic visitor. So if you have somebody who's coming in and you talk to them over the phone, you say, hey, could you just provide me, tell me your insurance number. What insurance are you with? That also violates PHI since it's discussing payment details for health-related inquiry. So we have to actually get rid of this as well. So asking about insurance and also asking about their reason for the appointment is both incorrect. We cannot do that. So we'll ask, confirm the details, get rid of that. So I'll be providing you, if you're curious, with the correct one. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble here. So you can have this in my school community and find it. We'll go directly here and let's get rid of, where is it? What kind of service are you looking for? And we'll update the numbers 1 to gather personal information. Okay, now this bot should be HIPAA compliant as long as we get rid of the existing patient flow, delete that, and good. This looks good. Never give medical advice. We have this information. Perfect. Okay. All right, so that answers that question. We have to make sure that we hold the highest standard in doing anything with these AI voice agents for real businesses. If you're selling to real clinics, you got to do it right. And so that's what we're all about here, doing it correctly. And you certainly don't want anyone coming after you. That would be expensive. Okay. Now that we have that set up, we'll go over here back to make, and we'll just delete. We don't even have to delete it, but we can. We'll delete the service desired out of there. So that, I mean, again, that can still be populated by an office manager. If they get on the phone and confirm it with the person, they could still put that into the Google Sheet, but your AI voice agent can't be the one doing that if this is going to be HIPAA compliant. Perfect. Insurance provider, delete that. Thank you. Okay. There you go. Now we'll save this. Go ahead and save this information. And let's make sure it's good. Save. Scenario was saved. Great. Now that good stuff is out of the way, let's go ahead and book the appointment now with it. Now that it's HIPAA compliant, let's get it. So hit run once, just for the sake of this demonstration. Normally you'd hit scheduling to have it always running, just FYI. And then we'll go over here and let's call the agent up. Okay.
Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. How can I assist you today?
Hi there. My name is
Hi there.
Sam Smith, and I want to book an appointment.
Sure thing, Sam. Are you a new patient or an existing patient with us?
I'm a new patient.
Great. Welcome to Mary's Dental. What day and time were you hoping to come in?
I was hoping to come in maybe September 12th at, let's say...
This will just take a sec.
September 12th at 10 a.m.
Got it, Sam. Let's get some details from you. What's your full name? Can you please spell it out for me?
Yeah, I'll spell it out. So it's Sam, so SAMSMITH.
Okay, Sam Smith, that's SMSMITH. Now, what's your birthday?
Yeah, my birthday is April 29th, 2004.
All right, so your birthday is April 29th, 2004. Next, can I get your email address? Please spell it out.
Yeah, so my email is techtomlet@gmail.com.
Okay, let me repeat that. techtomlet@gmail.com. Is that right?
Yes.
Great. Last thing, Sam. What's the best phone number to reach you?
We'll do this number.
Okay, let me repeat that. Your phone number is 753977. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right, Sam. So to confirm, you want to come in on September 12th at 10 a.m. Does that sound good?
Yeah, perfect.
Great. I'll send you a text confirming the appointment request. One of our staff members will follow up with you shortly. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, I'm great. Well, have a wonderful day, okay?
Oh, thank you, Sam. You too. Have a great day.
All right. So we just hit stop. We ended the call, and now, oh, look, there it's happening. That's so cool. Oh, and look, I just got an email. And, oh, look, there's the text message. Beautiful. Why am I so surprised? I'm not surprised. It's just so cool to me. Hello, Sam. Your appointment on September 12th at 10 a.m. is currently pending confirmation. One of our team members will reach out to you shortly to confirm the appointment. Let's go, dude. That's so cool. And so now I can even go to my Gmail. Look, so this is my techtomlet@gmail.com. And here we go, appointment request. Hi, Sam. We're ready to inform you that your request for an appointment on September 12th at 10 a.m. is currently pending. A member of our team will be in touch with you shortly to confirm the details. Thank you for choosing Smile Line Dental. That's not a real clinic, but haha. Okay, now if we go to, now let's go to the front desk. So we've seen the user's email and the user's phone. Let's go to the front desk email. What they would see, this is a receptionist sitting there. Maybe she comes in the next day. Oh, new appointment request, September 12th at 10 a.m. Hi, a patient named Sam Smith has requested an appointment for September 12th at 10 a.m. More information can be found here. Normally I would put the link to the Google Sheets right here, but we don't have that configured right now. We don't really need to. You just have to copy and paste it. But we can go into the CRM up here and hit Google Sheets. And look, there it is. So we have the time, the date, Sam Smith, April 29th. There's the correct email, correct phone number. Look at that. And we have the summary of the call. Sam Smith, a new patient, called Mary's Dental to book an appointment. The receptionist collected his information. And then we even have caller information, like this storage information, but I was just configuring the settings, so that might not be there right now. It's normally there. So you can see that raw and live, what that looks like in real life, which is pretty cool. And there you go. If you followed this tutorial completely, you actually just built your first AI voice agent, which can interact with the real world. That's a pretty significant feat. And I must say, you are now an automation make engineer on top of that. You're a VAPI engineer and a make engineer. So that's pretty cool. Today we covered how to build an AI receptionist, create call logs to Google Sheets, use make.com functions, VAPI tools, and of course, how to navigate HIPAA compliance with dental clinics who don't have API documentation. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to check out the school community below. See you in the next video.